estimation techniques regarding partial differential equations and geometric flows. So my work is on the equation, the partial differential equation, whereas Suraj's work is on the geometric flow. He has worked on the super type solutions of some geometric flows, and my work is on to make the equation even more complex. Like, let me show you. So before going into the presentation, I would like to thank all the co-authors during the preparation of this project, and their knowledge and guidance were really helpful. Next, we have the overview of the presentation. And so, gradient estimation, what we thought that we understand from the previous presentation is that gradient estimation is a very useful technique in classical PDE theory to understand the nature of the solution without explicitly calculating it. So we are not going to solve the equation, we are going to derive its properties without solving it. Now why not solving it? Because solution is not necessarily possible in a higher dimensional space with nonlinear terms. So this method was introduced by very far in the 1887 by Axel von Harnack, where he derived the Harnack type estimation. Also he has introduced the Harnack inequality, the concept of Harnack inequality, which will be discussed in the sequel. And later, Hamilton, Lee and Young, they individually studied this parabolic equation, parabolic Schrodinger type operators, especially equations of the form these. These are called heat equations, generalized heat equations. These are called parabolic equations. So they studied this and find the bounds for U and divide several curvature restrictions for which any solution of this type of equations will be bound, will be constant. So these are called U type theorems. After Pereira's revolutionary work on the famous Poincare conjecture, this method gets massively popular, and then several different fields were studying this type of estimation techniques on different curvatures, different partial differential equations. So this method of gradient estimation. The method is called gradient estimation. So we are estimating the gradient of a function, and the function will be solution of some PDE. So let me go to the next section. So as you can see in the previous slide, the equation was much simpler. But then the equation starts to complicate itself. So after Lee and Yau's work, Yao Ji studied this equation, and they have severe applications in mathematical physics and quantum mechanics and anything that is related to partial differential equation. And after that, who studied this equation 3, which is even complexer than the previous equation. So making the equation complex and generalized is a part of research, where we generalize the equation and derive what kind of conditions are we getting. In recent days, Azami has been studied the equation 4, and I am not going into the technical discussions like these functions are C2 in x variable and C1 in t variable. So with this in mind, in this presentation, I would like to derive gradient estimation for this generalized nonlinear parabolic equation with potential, which on a Riemannian manifold, which is evolving along the general geometric flow, the abstract geometric flow given by 6. Now here Sij is a 0 to type smooth symmetric tensor, which if we take the Ricci curvature, then it reduces to the Ricci flow. If we take the if we consider its Ricci curvature along with the average mean curvature, then it will reduce to Yamabe flow, and there are several different flows can be considered using this geometry, using this abstract geometry flow. So this is sort of a generalization of all the geometry flows. Next, this is the definition of weighted Laplacian, and then we have used a dummy solution called namely u equal to e to the power f is a positive solution of the equation 5. Find is this one. This is our main equation. To reduce it to a more simpler form, and considering f bar as this equation finally reduces to this small form. And this is the definition of Archimedes Ricci tensor, which is very popular in this kind of study. Then we have the weighted Wagner formula that actually connects geometry and analysis in a single equation. As you can see, the left hand side is a Laplacian value of this function, and the right hand side connects Ricci curvature of the space on which the derivative has been taken. So we can relate geometry and analysis in a single equation. Next, this is a very famous lemma. This has been considered from reference 14. These are called evolution equations. So I will take the derivative of gradient square, and it turns out to be involves the s that is from the geometric flow. Also, the Laplacian evolves in such a way that they involve this geometric flow quantities. So these are not like simple derivatives. They are differentiating along with the flow. The manifold itself is changing. So this lemma is required for our estimation. Next, we have the weighted Wagner inequality, which is just a simple derivation of the Wagner formula. And then we consider the parabolic cylinder, which is a compact set also. And this D is the geodesic distance between two points x0 and xc at a time t, because the manifold itself is evolving, so the metric is being changing from time to time. And the existence of the geodesic has been assured by the completeness of the manifold, as we have considered a complete and compact manifold. So these are some constants which will be necessary during the estimations. And this is our first lemma. If u equal to u to the power f is a positive solution to phi, and f is a functional defined in this way, then for any epsilon belongs to 0, 1 over lambda with the curvature conditions, this f satisfies this equation. These are called reaction diffusion equation for the functional f. And then we use several techniques used in the literature. They are very technical, so I am not going into details. Using that lemma, we find that if k1, k2, k3, k4 are positive constants satisfying the curvature conditions, then any solution of that equation satisfies this inequality. As you can see, the left hand side is a function of involving the gradient along with the solution itself. Left and the right hand side becomes completely constant. All the terms in the right hand side is constant. And the important part of this research is deriving these constants, this d tilde and e1 tilde, which I have defined in this way. In the next slide, so one slide is not enough to contain the entire data. See, these big expressions are handled manually and they are handcrafted and calculated. Right? So this main challenge in this field of real estate research is to derive this value with extreme precision. So this is the work we have been doing. We are finding this constant so that the gradient is bounded. So if we let r tends to infinity, that q r t is r, then this entire parabolic cylinder goes out and covers the entire space, so we get the global gradient estimation as we have learned earlier. So with the global gradient estimate, this constant changes in this way. These several terms are not present here. They have been eliminated during the r tends to infinity operation. So with this in mind, we have the first application of our estimation, which is called the Harnack time inequality. Harnack time inequality is nothing but an inequality that shows how a B changes along 2 points on a manifold connected by a geodesic. So this is a solution. This is a point on the manifold y1 s1. Perhaps I should go to the next slide and it can be visualized easily. So here we have plotted a solution of delta is equal to delta u is equal to delta u. We have taken the ordinary Laplacian and made a solution like this, and we plotted it here. Then this is, we have considered 2 point x1 t1 and x2 t2. This is our manifold M and this is our time interval t. So these 2 points will be connected by a geodesic, and this is just the projection of this from the top side. So this is connected by a geodesic, and we want to check how this heat flows from one point to the other. So this is given by this equation, which is the Harnack inequality. And the most complicated form here, these are the unknowns actually, this alpha and gamma, these are the unknowns, and these unknowns are derived in our case like in this way. See, exponential to the power this quantity, and then there is e to the power alpha m lambda by 1 minus lambda. And these are the two solutions, 2 points on the manifold. And these are the definitions of this I and this zeta, which is the geodesic connecting 2 points. So that's how we derive the Harnack inequality without calculating the solution of that differential equation on a Riemannian manifold, on a weighted Riemannian manifold, which is evolving along an abstract geometric flow. So this is the work that I have been done, and these are the references, and the paper has been published in this journal, and you can also download it by scanning this QR. So thank you very much. This I conclude my talk.